Howdy folks, welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival. I have done quite a bit since the last episode. Got this new base finished off here. Did some upgrades to the ship, we'll take a look at that in just a bit. But I've got all the basics here, it's nothing fancy as far as the bases go, but we've got pretty much everything we need. Just got this finished off here, got our first crop. Got some stuff growing in there, plenty of food. And what we need to do today is to head to space. I've not been to space before in this game. I'm not entirely sure how that works. But the reason we need to head to space is we need some resources. We've got quite a bit of all the basics. Let's make sure nothing else needs moved over. No. So I've gathered a bunch of resources. And I put it into the factory. So if we go over to the factory, I'm going to build this ship. This is one of the stock ships, I think, that comes with the game. It's a little multi-purpose small vessel. You can see here these green numbers. I've put all that stuff in. And then once we get the cobalt and the titanium, we just spawn the ship in and it's built, ready to go. So that's a pretty cool feature. But we don't have cobalt or titanium here on the planet. We bring this back up. You can see the millennium, however you say that. We have iron, silicon, promethium, and copper. We don't have titanium or cobalt. So what I'm hoping is we can find those out in space somewhere. Maybe on the moon. I think there's asteroids possibly. I'm not really sure, but we're going to go up to space and we're going to try to find out. So I've got some water where we can make more oxygen. I've got some oxygen on me. I've made some upgrades to the ship, so let's go take a look at that. Put my helmet back on here. Otherwise we step out the door and can't breathe. That's never good. We got the sun setting. You can see I've got some Gatling guns on the ship, so it is armed now. It's kind of just a thrown together mess. The big upgrade I did is I put medium thrusters on the back, so I'm hoping that means I'll be able to go a little faster. It is pretty slow. I've got an oxygen tank thrown on there. I've got a detector up top. And I put some of these armor blocks over the core. And I've added, I don't know if you can see them. I added a couple cargo boxes to it. So we're going to try to take this ship up into space and see what we can find. I assume we can get there, but we probably need a warp drive. I don't know. We're just going to jump in and we'll see what happens. So I'm going to take my helmet off, which means I should pull oxygen from the ship, I think. So I bring up the menu for this. We've got a bunch of oxygen in the ship. I've got it fully fueled. We are good to go. Maybe. Except I don't really know what I'm doing. But I assume, you know, if we go up, this orbit height there on the upper left is counting down. Ooh, we can go faster with these medium thrusters. Nice. I'm assuming this means we'll be in orbit once we get up here. Whoa. Uh-oh. Okay. I guess we're in space now? Well, that was easy. I was expecting it to be a little more difficult than that. Space engineers, it's quite a trick sometimes to get up. It doesn't look like we can see our base from here, but I mean, we can get back to the planet and then we can find our base from there. Okay, well that was easy. So I do see a bunch of asteroids out here. Do we have anything in range? I ping. Oh, we got a little map up at the top there. That's pretty cool. Ooh, we got all kinds of baddies out here in space, it looks like. That's 9 kilometers. That's 8.5 kilometers. We can go 130 meters per second out here in space. Not too bad. Alright, well I'm going to go over and see what this is. don't know if that's a good idea or not. We've got pretty heavy presence out here. I think that's Polaris. It looks like they've got a big mine going there. I haven't really dealt any with the alien factions. I probably should do that at some point. Let's go see what this is. Pretty cool. Is that a giant Prometheum asteroid? It is. Wow. Okay. So the question is that marked on my map now? It is. Nifty. You have something over there. Okay, so those are resources. Gotcha. Alright. Well, I'm going to look around a little bit. And I'll bring you back in if I find something interesting. Oh, that was an abrupt change. Oh boy, we got a lot of resources here. Let's look for some cobalt. I didn't find anything out in space other than the normal stuff like we have on the planet. But it's good to know it's out there, because the resources are finite. Cobalt. Yeah, look at there. First try. Is it in the crater? There you go. I was just looking at a cobalt deposit. There you are. It is in the crater. Whoa! Not the best landing ever. I keep wanting to do control because that's how other games are. Okay, helmet on. And the other thing I've upgraded is my drill. $26 meters. All right. This drill's so much faster. Where's this cobalt? Completely missed. Well done. There we go. Now, this drill does use ammo, unlike the survival tool, but it's so much faster. Oh, that was almost bad. Drop the stone. This little thing doesn't have a ton of cargo space, but we can use the fridge. So let's do that. Let's see, back to the drone. Back down to the cobalt. Then we'll just fill the ship fridge full of cobalt. Wait, what? Wow, cobalt is apparently really heavy. Okay. Well, I guess that's about all the cobalt. Let's see if we can find some titanium, and maybe we'll have enough to get that other ship built, which probably has a lot more cargo and all that good stuff. Wow, the moon is resource rich. Whoa! It also seems to be a little harder to fly. Pendaxid. I don't know what that's used for, but there's tanks and stuff for it. Is that warp fuel, maybe? I'll have to look into that. Right now we just need titanium. Iron deposit. Ooh, we got a drone or something over there. Definitely don't want to die up here. Magnesium. Cool, we got the planet rising over there. More of that stuff. Level 3. That sounds nasty. For me and my little tiny starter ship. More iron. Crashed capital vessel. Oh, those are drones. We're bugging out. Don't really want to tango with those up here in space. Apparently we're at the pole and we're in pole fog. See if we can skirt around here. Those drones are coming after me, possibly. Cobalt. Come on, titanium. It's also possible the crashed ship would have stuff in it. It's all stuff I've found already. Whee! Where are you? More iron. Alright, I'm going to zoom around the moon a bit. If I find something, I'll be right back. Ooh, titanium. Beautiful. Can we get this before the drones show up? Alright, helmet on. Very important. Keep our eye out for drones, and down we go. Oh, this drill is so much better. I don't know how much of this we need. I don't think it's a lot. We're looking almost full. Let's drop. Should have just trashed that. I think that's about it. Not even showing on the scan anymore, so that's probably about it. What do we end up with? 78? That might be enough. Gotta get warm back up. It is cold out there. I think I need better armor if I'm going to be out in space very much. We're in Xerax territory, not... Oops. Wrong group. Wrong group! Alright, I'm going to buzz some more of those resources on the way out, and I'm going to head back to the planet, and I'll meet you there, and we'll see if we can get the ship built. I think we're re-entering. Swaps the models out. Okay, now we're back on the planet. We just have to find home. "10 kilometers. Not too bad. Alright, we'll cruise on over there. Alrighty, coming up on home base here. If I land close enough to the base, I can transfer directly from the ship, which is nice. I think if I build a Wi-Fi connector, maybe I can be further away. I haven't really looked into how that all works yet. You're right up on the base. I've added a bunch of guns to the base as well. There we go. Alright, helmet back on. Speaking of guns, I went back over to the old base to grab a bunch of things and bring over. I was shuttling things back and forth, and I got attacked by the Xerax. The dropship came over, dropped off some guys, but luckily the base guns were able to take them out. Got a little, few bits and bobs of loot, so that was kind of cool. So I can do base materials. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Wind is the weather. Yeah, I'll believe it. Sounds like a lot of wind. Alright, that should be everything transferred over. We get our helmet back off. A little refill on that. Let's grab a snack here real quick. Forgot I baked up some bread. We can get some more burgers going. So, what we need for the ship. Let's take a look here. I need... Oh, I need a lot of cobalt. I didn't realize it was that many. So, 232 ingots. Ooh, boy. I don't know about that. If we go look for... Oh, wait, that's right here. Cobalt ingot. Output count is 10. Okay, and how many did I need? 232. Alright. So if we do... 24? There we go. I don't know if we have enough. It takes 5 ore for that. We might. And I think we just need 10 titanium. Wait, where's my... Oh, did I not... I didn't transfer the titanium ore over. That's where it is. Then let's get titanium rods. Output count 10. Alright. That should do it for those. What we have to do is grab those in our personal inventory, and then we just drop them in here. Oh, I need 14. Oops. I need to make 4 more. Like that. Alright, we'll make another batch. I'll be looking over here. Chugging through those. Back over to the factory menu. And then we do 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I think from what I understand, if you put extras in, like I got a couple accidentally did way too much carbon substrate. I think that stays in the factory for your next construction. At least I'm hoping. A few more to go on those. Oh, I should have paid attention. All right, start production. Total production time, 53 minutes. Ew. Okay. There's some kind of trick to that. Don't remember what it is. Maybe if you put whole parts in there, if you know what the parts are, it cuts the production time down. Remaining time. All right, in about an hour, I'm going to have a ship. So I guess in next episode, we'll take a look at the ship we made. But that was cool. That was a lot easier than I expected to get into space. I thought it was going to be a lot more difficult. But one thing I don't know how to do is warp drive. That's 4.5 AU. I'm thinking that would take quite a while, unless we have a short-range warp drive. Speaking of which, we go to small vessel. Yeah, there's a pentaxid tank. Thruster. Somewhere on here, I thought I saw a warp drive. Short-range warp drive. This device can only be used for warp jumps within solar systems. Okay. Energy in. Consumes pentaxid. There it is. That's warp fuel. I had a feeling it was warp fuel. Alright, well, we're going to unlock that. What do I need to build one of those, though? That's the question. So let's turn that back off. Save a little power. You're done. We'll turn you back off. So if we go to small vessel, and we look for warp drive, we need cobalt alloy. Okay. Which is what? That takes... oh, it's just iron and cobalt. Okay, we can make that. So I think we can make a warp drive. Except I might need more iron. We might be out of that. Nothing left in there. We got... try to keep these lined up. It just makes me feel better. This is random stuff I found. Ooh, is that all? Okay, so that's all the cobalt ore we have. So we use pretty much all but 6 of that. I think it will give us 60. No, it takes 5 cobalt ore to make 10. I believe. Yeah, so we'll have to go get more cobalt. We'll have to make another trip up to the moon, but that's no big deal now that I know how to do it. And then we'll see. I don't know if this ship I'm building... I'm kind of rambling now. If we go back to the library... it is the MX-5E. It was... wasn't it down here somewhere? Small vessel. There it is. The Merc MX-5E. Tier 2 multi-role. It doesn't tell me anything about, like, if it has warp capability or not. I don't know if you can put warp... I don't think you can do the big warp drive until you get to capital vessels. That's why it said that warp drive is limited to solar system only. Yeah, so warp drive, we can unlock that now for capital vessel. This device is necessary for warp jumps within and between solar systems. So we have to build a capital vessel before we can get out of the solar system. Got it. All right, folks, that'll wrap it up for this one. Thanks, as always, for hanging out, and I will catch you next time. Take care.